Hello, welcome back to March's Planning Mess. I'm giving you a weekly update, and I was really hoping that my 2026 Sterling ink order was going to come this weekend so that I could do an unboxing, but it hasn't come. We've gotten the message that all the orders from launch day have been processed and, should be shipping, but that it's possible that you won't get a notification because they're going out in bundles and they're not getting all of them, which is fine. So I've gotten no notification, but I did order on launch day. So in theory, my order should be coming any day now, but it has not come yet. So this was my first week back in my B6 vertical part 2, and it went pretty well. Let's talk about how things went. So that can move. Okay, so monthly section. I had already filled this out in July with all this information, so I had just had to take some time to make sure I got everything moved over from my N2 that I was using the last month, and so that and just throughout the year. So that went fairly well. Nothing huge there. Oh, that's a note for me for next week. Okay, so here's how everything looks. This was my work, and this was the week, I don't know if you remembered, I was doing some watercolor stuff. So this was my first one filling it in with mild liners, and it's very pretty. I just didn't like how stripy it was, so I opted to use watercolor. So that is what you're going to see. This is next week, and I've just filled out a little bit like my weather and my workout schedule and my appointments that I know of. And that may be all that really needs to go in here. My life is not as varied as it was when the kids were home. So there's that. Okay, so that works fine, and there's nothing terribly different about that. Okay, so here's where October starts in the daily pages or the blank pages in the back. And this was my weekly spread. And I'm happy with how it looks, but I'll be honest, it was not super functional. Like, I love the idea of this running to-do list, and sometimes it works, but more often than not, it doesn't. And I'm really frustrated about it not working. Like, I don't even want to get in here because I feel like I have this list of things in my head, and I don't feel like there's a good place to brain dump, and nothing happens. Like, here, this was a to-do list. I could have written to-dos here, even if I didn't want to write them there. I had one to-do for a church project that I did. I didn't fill out the rest of my mood tracker, but I could finish that. I didn't really think about chores. I mean, I struggled with using the spread. So I did get a lot of these things done, so that was good, and I'm happy with that. Now, I started in with journaling, and I was going to journal through the rest of the week. Now, of course, October was a Wednesday, so the Monday and Tuesday are in the N2 so that all of September is together. So that works good. I was doing wanting to kind of make a list of fall wardrobe things and did some journaling. As you can see, the nice thing about this is they can let it just flow as far as it needs to. So I need to finish journaling about the weekend. So that would put me starting, let's see, was this Friday? I think this is, Friday. So I need to do Saturday and maybe Sunday. So this would probably be my next weekly page. And like I said, I'm just not feeling this layout. And on Friday, I was really frustrated with it. And I just made a rash decision. And so I ordered another Sterling ink planner, which is a different type of planner that I haven't normally used, and it's going to be used in addition with what I have, because this is what's always getting me, and which is why I was doing the Dutch door, and that actually did work pretty well for me. 2-week thing, and I can always still do that if I want to, but I just thought, you know what, I need a place to put my to-do list for every day. And even with the Dutch door layout that I was doing, I didn't have a daily column or box or whatever for a to-do list. And for some reason, that is what my brain is really needing. So I kind of had the brainstorm to get myself a pocket size, which this is the pocket size, daily planner. So why do that? Well, I don't think I'm going to need more than this much space to write down to-do lists for every day. The daily planner does not have any weekly spreads, so I don't have to see that, so it doesn't take up space with that. It will be a little thicker, I think, than a 272, because obviously there's 365 days, plus you're going to have your monthly layouts, and you're going to have, I think, quarterly and whatever the stuff in the beginning. So it'll probably be more like 400. So it's going to be a little bit thicker than what I like, but it is very small and lightweight and can travel with me. And let's be honest, in the long term things, like I keep these planners because I want to look back and see what I've done with it. Do I need to see my to-do lists? I don't. I really don't. I want to see more of how I scheduled things and track things, but I don't need to see to-do lists. So I have done that. So I may change my mind, you know, how I am. And I can always go back and go back to the Dutch door thing, and I can do that. That will work for me. But what I'm thinking of doing is starting off the year not doing that. Well, and all that to say, I had ordered this, and I'd ordered, these are the little booklets. They've got 64 pages. I'd ordered one of these, and I'd ordered a passport because I just kind of wanted to feel like what they felt like, how big they were, what would it look like to use it. And I didn't really have any use for it. So what I've decided is for this week and maybe the weeks to come, since I'm not happy with how the weekly spread in here is going, I'm going to just set up some daily pages. So, you know, tomorrow is what? I don't even know. Tomorrow is 20th. So we'll start here. We'll do October 20, and then I'm going to just use this to write down my to-dos, whatever I want to get done that day. And I don't need, now, when you get a daily planner, it will have monthly spreads and all that. I don't think I need to have that in this right now. And, you know, maybe getting a daily planner was silly. Maybe I should have just gotten like a blank book this size. In my collection of things that I have from Hobonichi, I have an A5 just blank book. It is not, I don't think, Tomoe River plate paper, but if it is, it has a much bigger grid that's like blue. It's the free little book that they give you. And I've used it off and on a little bit, and I've just basically torn out the pages I've used, and it's basically blank. So that is something I could move into for next year if I feel like, oh, this daily planner is too chunky. I could gift it to somebody. I have some friends that are like, I love planners, but they're so big and bulky, and that may work for them. But since it is a daily planner, it's not as tied to what year it is. I'm assuming that it's going to say the day of the week and then the date. I honestly haven't looked at it close enough online to remember exactly what the daily page looks like. But all that to say, if I needed to like use it the next year or whatever, that's also a possibility. Or again, I could gift it. So we will see. But I did sporadically order that yesterday, and I'm very curious to see how close the two orders come together, since I can tell I'm at the tail end. Not only did I order at the end of the day, but I also had a more complicated order. Not horribly complicated, especially considering some of the stuff I've seen people be like, oh, look at my order, my 25 things I got. And I'm like, I didn't even get that many, and how come you got yours first? It's just always feeling like you're being left out or skipped over sensation that I'm dealing with. But anyway, that is what I'm going to try this week to hopefully make my to-do list section work for me, because like you can see, I hardly wrote anything or checked it off. And I made myself a to-do list of things I wanted to do when I got home. And there's too many things. And I have one more I'm actually going to write down right now. Because it's coming to mind. I don't want to forget it. Need to print. Because I feel like I've tried too hard to make it look cute rather than make it be functional, which is why I don't tend to be one of those cutesy, overly decorative planners. I love looking at people's stuff like that, and I admire it. It just I haven't found a way that it works well for me. And I like to change things up. So it's like if I find something really pretty, yes, I could sit down and take time and I could do weeks and weeks and weeks of spreads and daily spreads and whatever at a time that I could just use in the moment when it's time to use it. But I change things up so much, I'm very leery of doing too much ahead. Like a month ahead is about as much as I can handle, because I'm going to come to a point. Like, what if I'd done all the weekly pages like this? And then I'm like, this doesn't work for me. And I would be stuck using them. So that being said, will I do a weekly page like this? No. Where am I going to put this? Let's see. I think I might have a place. Well, I mean, I put stickers there, so I can't really put it there. I could, in theory, I did in my other planner, in my N2, I had a different way of charting rather than like needing 3 boxes. I just did like small, medium, or large circles. So I maybe could do that. Let's see, we've got 8, 8, 16, 24, 32. Yeah, so that's all your days right there. So we'd kind of cover up the R of October. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I need 8. Let's see. I do need 8. So it may not fit there. Well, we've got 8 here. We could go down. I maybe could remove and relocate this sticker and use this section. Yeah, I did sticker these up quite a bit, but I don't know. Sometimes you can, oh yeah, these are Happy Planner stickers and they tend to move pretty well. So that, it may be right there that I move the mood. The chores, so what I'm thinking, like I have, when it comes to to-dos, I have like household chore to-dos. I have like things I want to do on the computer. I have things I need to do like, projects, like, or things I need to, like, make sure you get that in your car because you need it at work, or make sure you get that in your car because you need it for church activities. So I kind of need to divide up my space into different categories. So like my main to-do list, I think, would be down the middle. I wonder if I have a thinner pen and I'll just work on it now. Well, of course, because I'm live, I don't. But that is okay. We will just make a nice fat line here. I do love these Papermate pens, and I have found them in 0.5. This is a 0.7. I have not found them in a 0.3, but that would be nice. So let's see, the date tomorrow is going to be October 20th. And I kind of wanted to do that with stamps, which I brought. I also brought some other stickers too. Let me look at those real quick. Oh, they're over here already. I wanted to maybe use some of these sterling ink stickers. I also have some just other date type stickers floating around. I don't like using too bulky of a sticker because it just makes your page feel very bulky. But those are Coffee Monsters Co. All right. So this, I would not have enough of these to do, okay, let's see. I have 1 month's worth of those big ones. And that is it. Well, let's go ahead and use them for now. So let's start with, let's use stamps for the name of the month, which is, of course, October. And then we'll use, why did I say it was going to be the 20th? It's going to be the 6th, October 6th. Man, sometimes my brain is just totally fried. Okay, I like these stamps, but boy, they can be kind of bare. Okay. maybe should not have done that line because I might run into it. There's the O. C. T. This is only my second time using them. And then we have O again. O. B should be over here. And E. And R. Here's R. October. And then we're at number 6. So let's see if I get the 6 up. Do we like it there? Do we like it here? I kind of like it there, but I want to trim it because I guess I made it wide enough for it to be more than one digit. But because I've got this line here, I can't fit it there. Well, phooey. And what I want is like a Monday, and I think I've used all of my weekly headers for all of those. So let's see. Those are month stickers. Let's see if I can find any weekly. Oh, here we go. Now these are not Happy Planner, but these are probably Agenda or the Paper Studio. It's one of those ones you get at Hobby Lobby. Okay, I don't love this because they're all kind of different, but we're experimenting. I will find something that I like, and I should say like something that I love for later. So that's what it's going to kind of look like. And then, oh, I did have some stickers that said like to do. I don't know where they are. So I won't take the time to do that with you. But yeah, so I would probably do like to-do list here, and then I might have a section for like church and work, and then maybe chores, or I don't know, I think the chores can kind of fit in here. We'll see. Maybe I'll just make use a cute little box sticker because I have so many adorable Happy Planner stickers. And oh, well, I don't like that though. There's to-do stickers, but they're not quite big enough. Well, let's just do it like this. Okay. I do like the size of this, that it fits on this column. So there's some to-dos I can put in that cute little sticker. And then what I need, I don't want one that's quite that big for school. Flipping, trying to find. Okay, oh, I like this. I found one that says errands. Let's put that underneath my to-dos, maybe down here, because I might have more than what's there because they kind of spaced them out bigger than I would. But I wouldn't have errands that were that big. And what I need is one that says remember. Oh, I see it. It's a different color. So the remember is going to go here. So if there's something I want to remember to do, like put, get your lunch out of the freezer, or I don't know. And then I'm going to need something for, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for some like little boxes. So this particular, oh, see, this is a lot of to-do stickers in it. That will be useful to me. Let's see, one more place to look for boxes. I think earlier on in this book. Okay, there's one, and I'll just put work above that one. And then, oh, we do really not have any more. Oh, we do. Okay, and this one will say church. I hate it when they don't come off easily. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's see if we can find the work. Here's W. Okay, my O is in here already for October. W, O. R is in here. Well, that's the B. I have not used K yet. Here's K. Work. And then I was going to do church. So where's my C? I knew this was... Oh, my C has already been used because I used it for October. There's C. I haven't used H yet. H. Where's my U? Here's U. Got my R. C. H. Okay, that's kind of cute. So I would go, since today's, I'm oh, I don't like how that bleeds through. Well, phooey. So much for stamping on this paper. It may be, I just obviously needed a better ink. I'm just using like a Hobby Lobby ink pad. And, I mean, it's acid-free, permanent, waterproof archival ink, but it may not be the best. I'm not into fountain pens. I haven't because I know I would love it and I would go crazy and I would spend a lot of money. So I haven't opened that Pandora's box. But anyway, I like how that looks. So I won't do all this on here with you, but just give you an idea of how my brain works. I'm going to make myself one for every day. And I may not, I mean, this is cute, but I may just put the dates at the top and draw in boxes, because if I do stickers for every single one, this thing's going to get very chunky, because washi stickers aren't that bad. Like, these ones aren't going to be bad, but this is like twice as thick, so it would build up really fast. But it's cute for now. It's cute to kind of get me inspired and then go from there. So anyway, that's what I'm planning on for next week. And I will check in with you. The next time I check in, it'll either be another weekly check-in or it will be with my Sterling ink order, which either one of those things will be exciting. So have a wonderful rest of your week, and thanks for watching.